Yeah, and welcome back. In this session, we'll be seeing like how we are going to create an storage pool, the disk storage pool using the command center. So for that, I am on the console machine, and the IP address of this machine is this one. So what I'll do, I'll try to RDP from my home computer. So that's IP address, connect with that. So you have to enter the admin password. Okay, so this is command center console. You go over here in storage, we have one disk. So there is already one uh, disk library. What I want to do, I want to configure a new one. Okay, so the name I'll be giving an disk library one. Okay, so I'll show you two cases, one without deduplication and other with deduplication. So first, let's see without deduplication. So I have disabled deduplication. Okay, backup location add. So I can see I have two media agents. Yeah. Before you even select the media agent, what I would like to do, I would like to change the host names or the client names. I would say like not the host names, the client names on the media agent in the client server. So we go to the manage servers, and if I go for here and drop down and select all. Okay, so Comser client name should be okay. And Ubuntu. This is my Linux client. So I have the client packages installed. So I see here I cannot edit the server name, but it will give you the option from Comcell console to edit that. Right, you have to go to the Comcell console, right click on that and properties, and let me give the name as Linux client. So the client name here is what Comcell console will understand, right? It is only for backup admin, so identification. So it doesn't impact even if you change the client name. So say okay, but the host name should be the correct IP. So say okay, and this one. So let's see what are the packages installed here. Right click and view installed software. So this is an only file system, right? So I will rename that, and we rename that as an Windows client. I can say HFS client or anything should be fine. So Windows client means the file system agent. Okay, now I have another machine. Let me see the installed softwares. So I have the media agent here. So I would name it as an media agent. Okay? So the Windows media agent will be much better. Just say okay. Okay, let's come back to the command center. So just checking here, 1 second. In the manage, if you go to the server section and drop down that type, select all, I see that the names has been changed. So it is very easy for me to identify the server name basing on the client host name. The client name is not an host name; it's a client name. So so we have this. So what is the next step? So what I want to do is that before I even configure the disk library, so on the media agent, you see I have only one drive, right? I would like to add a new drive. Go to the settings here and hard disk and select add. I want to add an hard disk. Click on next. So SATA should be fine because it's a lab environment. create a new virtual drive. So I think for testing, because I'm going to use this as an mount path, might be I can select something around 50 GB should be fine, or I can select a 60 GB. Let's select the 60 GB, or let's make it 100 GB. Yeah, because we are going to take then backup of the client machines also in the future. We're going to take an virtual machine backups of the client machines, right? So 100 GB should be fine. Store it as a single drive. Click on next and then finish and say okay. And now we are on the media agent. So we have to search for the disk management, right? And here you can see create and format hard disk partition. Okay, now it identified already. It says that so there is one new disk found and it is asking to initialize so that you can access. Okay, so MBR should be okay. Click OK. And now see that the disk one is online. If it is not online, what you can do, you can select and make it online. Okay, right now it is already online, but it is not formatted, right? So you can see unallocated. So I see that this PC, I don't see any drives over, right? To use that, you have to format it. Right click, new simple volume. Next, yeah, complete drive want to format, and E drive letter should be fine. Go for the next. NTFS is okay, and the volume name I'll give mount path 1. For the next and finish. Okay, now see this PC, you have a brand new drive ready with no files inside it. Okay, I'm going to use that for the disk library. Let's come back to the console. So this is a console. I have already RDP opened. So I have to go to that command center. So I said that you have to go to the navigation pane, manage, and just minimize manage. Go to the storage section. So you can see that these are the different types of disk libraries. Sorry, storage you can create like HyperX, Metallic, distributed storage, disk, cloud, tape. So I'm creating the disk library. This demo is for creating a disk library. Add. Okay, so let's give a name as an so disk library non-redo. So something which you can identify basing on the name. So which means that it's a disk library, but no reduplication. Okay. So disable the use reduplication in the backup location, right? You have to add the backup location. The media agent, I'll select the Windows media agent, and it is a local drive. I don't have a network drive, so local drive. Click, browse. So we have a mount path. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select that mount path, and I'll create a new folder inside that. Okay, use some name as okay, can you like something MP1 should be okay. MP1 add. So I'll select the MP1. Okay, so inside that you don't have any file. Save. So yeah, the backup location EMP1 you can add. So now it is added. Click on save. See that how simple it is, right? So we selected the you know folder location, and that's it. So it created an disk library non-redo. So let me show you one more thing. I will show you adding another disk library, so with an disk storage. So let's give the name as disk library DB, and backup location, click on add, and I can select the media agent here and backup. Yeah, so here you can see that backup location it is asking go to that browse that media agent. I have only one drive. C drive is an operating system drive. So it is not recommended to place your data on the C drive. So either I can have another new drive, or you can use existing one. So I'll use existing one. I'll create a new folder inside that E drive. I will name it as an MP1 DD. So click on add to save it. So yeah, so here we are using the deduplication. So no dedu no deduplication DB location added. So we're adding one partition for deduplication. Okay, click on the media agent. Now again browse for the location where your dedupe database will be hosted. Again, I have only one drive. It is strongly recommended by the Commvault to use an dedicated drive for hosting the deduplication. So let me quickly create a new drive for media agent. Hard disk and select and add. Okay, hard disk and SATA drive. Next, create a new virtual disk and yeah, per TDP. Uh, so we'll start 20 GB should be fine. Go for the next, and I'll store the virtual disk as a single file and finish. Tap it. Say okay. Come back to the media agent. So let me do one thing. Open the disk management application again. Okay, now it identified the new drive. Okay, select okay. Okay, so you see if it scroll down, yeah, the drive is online. So right click and format. Next, next. So your drive should be okay. Next, the volume name can name it as NTDB. Okay, so any user friendly name can be given. The volume name. Next and finish. So now your drive is ready. And check that in the this PC. See that there is no data. So I'll use that F drive for DDB. Okay, partition for creating a DDB partition. So I have to go to the again RDB for the ComServe command center, and here use deduplication. I'll add the DDB partition, right? Select the media agent and browse for that DDB partition. So F drive will create a new folder inside that. So you can name it as an DDB partition 1. So why name partition 1? You can add another partition also for DDB. So that's the reason I have mentioned DDB partition 1. So click on save and add. So that's it. You can see that you can add another partition also for hosting the DDB database, right? So it is then distributed. You can say it is an deduplication is an distributed database, right? So you can have multiple partitions for hosting the deduplication database. Click on save. Okay, so now we got two storages, disk storage, right? So what is the next option? So before we okay, the next thing is that you have to create a plans. Before you even go into the plans, let me show you in the ComCell console how that looks like. If you go to the ComCell browser, storage resources and libraries, okay, you can see that those uh, the disk storage in the command center are visible in the library section, right? And if I'll also show you another location. So in the storage resources, there is something called storage pools, right? And here in the storage pool, I can see, so it has created two pools. One is with the name disk library dedupe, and another with non dedupe, right? So if I click inside this dedupe one, right? If I go inside that, you can see that the mount path that I've added now. So EMP1 redo. And if I scroll, if you further drill down, so here you have an F drive partition created. Okay, so for some reason I think I have added it twice. So let me quickly check it. If I go to that DDB disk library dedupe and I have an backup location and configuration. So I added only one partition, but for some reason it is showing two times, right? Might be I have clicked it two times, so something went wrong. So it should be only one partition. Okay, that's fine. We can leave it like that. Let's go to that another one. So I have created another disk library also. So I'm in the storage resources, storage pools, and another one is the disk library non-dedupe, right? So here you can see that non-dedupe, and there is only one mount path which I created with the MP1, right? So this is how it looks like in the COMSIL console. Okay, so let's go to again in the storage. We have this thing, and let's move on. Okay, and let's go to that plan section. How you can create a plan. So search for the plan. So it is in the manage plans, and I already have a two plans. So I'll create a new plan. Okay, to that server plan. I want to do the server backup plan and create a new plan. The plan name is like Windows, uh, or else you can say file system. So Windows file system 1 week. Okay, and this is it has to go to non-dedupe storage. So I'll do something like this so that I can easily understand, right? So I'm going to take the Windows file system backup with 1 week retention. Sorry, the control set 1 week retention, and the storage is I'm going to send it to the non-dedupe storage. So click on next, and you have to add a copy. Okay, the name primary you can leave that as is. Storage, as I said, I'm setting a non-dedupe, right? So for selecting a non-deduplication, this one, right? That is the one that I created just now. And retention is 1 week. I want to go with that. Click save and go for the next. You can see the backup frequency by default it has picked this one, incremental daily one, and transaction for database. I will add one more uh, backup frequency which is full. I don't see the full here, so I added that full. Yeah, that should be fine. So full runs, once in a week on Sunday it should be okay. Save, right? Now I have the full running once in a week on Sunday 9 p.m. Incremental runs every day at 9 p.m. So here I can do some tuning like select here. I don't want it to run this incremental on Sunday, right? If you go to the advanced option, so there should be some exclude option, or you can do one thing. So I can select here, the days, and so here if you scroll down, uh, run the full backup on. Okay, so it should be running at 9 p.m. So we'll be adding an exception here. So incremental is running daily at 9 p.m. So what I want to do, I want to ensure that it runs, from Monday to Saturday only. It won't run on the Sunday because on the Sunday we have full backup running. So for that reason, so runs every 1 day, and the days, right? You can select that. So right, so week you have to select on every. You drop down. I want to run in the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now this look good, right? So what is the option? Runs every one and weeks here, right? and on every these days. So let us select on every this day. So click on save. Uh, should be days only. So we have selected the weekdays, right? Click on OK. So it runs on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, right? So it runs like every, and it's like we're defining like on which weekdays, right? So we're saying at which weekdays it will be running. So it should be fine. Click on next, and then here it is set the retention, right? Snapshot. This is for the snapshot option. So it's a different concept. When you have an IntelliSnap configured, then you will define the snapshot retention also. You can ignore that, so you can simply keep it default, submit. Now we have one plan for Windows file system, and let's go for creating another plan. Okay, now see that this is the configuration of this plan. Backup destination. So where actually it is going to write. So in that plan, it is going to write onto that. There are two copies, snap copy and primary copy. Snap copy you can ignore for now because it won't be used, unless or otherwise you enabled an IntelliSnap feature. So, and we have a primary copy. If you don't have an IntelliSnap, by default the jobs will run on the primary only. So primary copy, storage is then disk library non-dedupe. Okay, the retention 1 month. So we got it. So we got the plan ready. Let's go for creating another plan. So click on the plans, create a plan, server backup plan, and create a new plan. Okay. So select the plan name. I will give a Linux file system with 1 GB retention, and I'll be using an dedupe storage. Okay. So this looks meaningful for me. You can define any user friendly name for the plan, which is easy to understand. Next, add copy. So leave it primary. Storage is your, that is the dedupe storage, right? So in the dedupe storage, you have an disk library, and retention is 1 week. Click on save, go for the next, and again we are back on the frequency. So now we know that incremental runs every day, but I want the full also. So add, select the full on Sunday, right? It should be on, in select weeks. It should run on the Sunday at 9 p.m. Save. And similarly, you have to edit the incremental. I don't want the incremental to run on the Sunday. So select the week and add here, except Sunday. You have to select Monday to Saturday. So that's it. Save. And next, this is for the snapshot, right? If you are using IntelliSnap, then this particular option will be honored. Right now, we are not using the IntelliSnap, so you can ignore for now. Go for next and submit. So there is one more plan created with the name Linux file system, 1 week, and it goes to the dedupe storage. Okay, so you scroll down here, backup destination. So here you can see snap copy, primary copy. So basically, if you don't have IntelliSnap, your job will write onto the primary copy with the disk library name as disk library -dedupe. So the next thing, we'll see how you can configure the subclient and default backup set on the file system agent, and that will be in the next video. Thanks for watching.